Hello, everybody. Now, I am here today to talk about one of my passion projects because this was honestly one of my favorite TV shows growing up, and I honestly know why because I am very interested in dark shows and I love dark comedy. Well, not well, yeah, I do love dark comedies and dark TV shows, but this was one of my favorite TV shows and cartoons growing up as a kid. We're here to talk about that new Ben 10 comic. And I read the first issue. I was like, it's okay. I guess I did like some elements like the horror aspect and stuff like that. Then I read the second issue and it was kind of like, okay, I actually like this. This actually kind of cool. It dialed it the first. It felt like they literally took all my complaints and made it. It's like the second issue feels like they dialed all the elements I liked up. Like they dialed the body horror elements up and everything. But first, we're finna talk about my history with Ben 10. I loved, and I mean loved, Ben 10 as a kid. When I say I loved Ben 10 as a kid, I watched every Ben 10. I grew up on the first one, then the second one, then the third one, then I even like the last one. Even though a lot of people say they didn't like the last one. Like they didn't like, what was it called? I think it was called Omniverse. They didn't like that one. But honestly, that one was sometimes almost my second or first favorite, honestly. Because I just loved Ben 10. I loved it, especially Ultimatrix. I don't know, Ultimatrix may be my favorite because I did like the fact that he can turn his aliens into their ultimate form. And if they start adapting that into this comic, that would be great. Because they're even adapting Generation Rex, and I was like, oh my god, because that was one of my other favorites. Like the fact that he can turn his body into machines because he got nanobots in his body. I was just in love. And to see that kind of be adapted into like a body horror thing, that would just be amazing. Like it would be so good and so perfect for this character because even in this comic, you will see him and he'll be like transforming into things and his aliens, and it'll be like it's a straight horror movie. Like it'll be like, oh my god, especially in the second issue. I don't know about the first one, but the second issue, it's like he's transforming into a horror thing. But let me kind of take you back into this first issue. Okay, so the first issue opens up. It's basically the first episode of Ben 10. You got a little government conspiracy and stuff like that. The dialogue is kind of very questionable in this first issue. Very questionable. That's another reason I didn't find it like fancy. I think they kind of should have played it a little bit more straight. Even kind of in the second issue still, but it was better still. It's like I feel like a lot of their dialogue kind of be a little questionable, like kind of like a cartoon, but not like it's. This doesn't have the tone of a cartoon, so it kind of feels out of place. But it's like besides that, it's just like I like it. I like this new horror aspect they're taking with it, and this just omniverse. Like it's kind of like Absolute Batman. I need to talk about Absolute Batman. That would be like a 30-minute video probably. It's kind of like Absolute Batman in the fact that it's just very intense. Even the aliens look more horrifying, and it was just wow. Even the Omnitrix itself is more horrifying because you can see when he uses it the second time, it's kind of like it got these little vines thing, kind of like the vine character that he transforms into, the LaPointe guy. When he transforms into him, it's kind of like that, and it's kind of like, oh, so his aliens, it takes a toll on him, and it's not just like, oh, I'm just transforming into aliens like he did in the cartoons, no pain. It's just the Omnitrix has a cooldown system. It's like it physically takes a toll on his body, morphing in his bones, cracking. It to like say if this gets like an animated adaptation, this in Absolute Batman really does need one. And you just see that, but it's like very different because even in the cartoons, those transformations, it's like you're looking at him and you're like, okay, that's cool. But if you're just thinking about this, his bones morphing and all that stuff, that is horrifying. Like straight up horror, body horror. Like it's cool because they make it cool, add the little music, but that is horrifying. Just imagine your bones getting twisted, organs getting rearranged, just odds. It's just horrifying. And I'm glad this comic points out that no, that's not fun. That's horror. That's pure horror. That's terrifying. That's almost like Clayface. But like Jesus Christ, in the second issue, it goes more into like the government, and then Grandpa Max is a part of a secret government, so it's even got a little government conspiracy going on. The body horror, the alien horror. That's actually what I really like, the alien horror. And some of these aliens might end up being like straight horror, like eating people, have a violent culture, unlike the cartoon. And it's even in the cartoon, some of the aliens kind of had like questionable cultures. So imagine what they're going to do in this, and if they go farther with it, just imagine, like this can even end up being basically absolute Batman for being 10. Then Dynamite Rex, oh my god, that Dynamite Rex. But like, just think, in the comics, especially when they get to like characters like Ghost Freak, I need that. Ghost Freak thing was the first thing that just scared me as a kid, terrified me. That whole arc where he wanted to be out of the Omnitrix, then he wanted to take over Ben's body, then Ben didn't realize what was going on with him. He was like, why is my alien acting weird? That was just pure nightmare fuel. I kind of get the sense thinking about that. Pure nightmare fuel. I may even make a separate video about Ghost Freak or the scare, especially in Ultimatrix when he kind of took over that little small town and they worshipped him like he was Jesus. Oh my god. But this comic actually had a lot of good body horror. Then the military part was kind of interesting in the second issue, but it's very early on, and I actually do want this comic to succeed, especially in the route that they're going. But let's talk about what I want for the future of this comic. Villiac, and he wasn't never my favorite Ben 10 villain. I would also want a lot of the episodes to be, especially some of the darker episodes of the like original cartoons, to be darker, like very darker, especially the Ghost Freak episode and the werewolf episode. Those were some of my favorites, especially the werewolf episode. So in the farm, oh my god. And then the thing about it, the second thing that I want them to do Gwen and have her little witch stuff be like witch horror, or is it called, I don't know, just witch horror, just like have it be a coven thing, like have it be freaky, creepy witch stuff, witchcraft, and just have it be scary. Like just have this whole thing kind of have a little horror tone to it, but be action and comedy and just funny. Kind of like Ben 10, because even Ben 10 had its fair share of dark episodes, but like Cartoon Network back then was trying to make something different than what they make now. Like Team Titans, this Ben 10, Dynamite Rex, it just all had its own little flavor to it. And that's what I like about Cartoon Network. That's why I appreciate everything they did, especially back in the day, and made me love these characters in childhood. Because Jesus Christ, I'm still an avid Ben 10 fan. I remember I played the games and everything, especially the games on Cartoon Network at school. But yeah, this comic, if it succeeds, I will be buying all of the issues, getting all the issues. I'll make another video on them. But I just wanted to give a lot of attention to them because I know some creators have been covering like Comics Explained, Comic Historian, and all of them. I know they have been covering them too, but I just wanted to give my take on them. And I kind of felt like the first issue was kind of just okay. I kind of forgot about it because the first issue, I did think like some things were cool. And then they did show how they're doing the clown villain. And even that was kind of like the first time Ghost Freak went crazy with the clown villain when he was like, show you something scary. That was pure horror and I loved it. And he was like, oh my gosh, I even surprised myself. But that'll wrap it for this video. I want to talk about more comics. I even want to talk about the Batman Nightfall comic when I get to reading it, because the movie's finna come out. Well, I don't know when it's finna come out. We haven't had a release date for it, but it's gonna come out. And I saw the trailer for it and I'm like, oh my God, I need to. I'm probably gonna talk about the comic and then Batman Dark Victory too. I would talk about the Long Halloween, but I feel like it's been a lot of discussion around the Long Halloween because of like the Batman. And then the Penguin kind of added Sophia Falcone. So I feel like there have been discussions about Dark Victory, but not as many breaking down the comic in its entirety. It's kind of going to be like this video, but a little longer, because I want to break down the whole comic, the themes, and everything. But that'll be all for the video. See you again. Subscribe to me, my friends. I'll see you on the next video. We take one step, we get better. Peace.